If you're watching this, it's too late. I left. A lot has happened. I don't want to say too much, if you read the title, but a lot more is gonna happen. That's all I can say, man. Time to get out of here.
The seatbelt should be fastened outside the blanket for safety check. Smoking is strictly prohibited, including the use of electronic cigarettes. Thưa quý khách sẽ nhận hành lý ký gửi tại băng chuyển số 3. Xin cảm ơn. Dear passenger, your checked baggage will be picked up at carousel number 3.
I'm here with my friend David. First thing I noticed in Australia, I'm really short, back to being short. Temperature, it's kind of hot, warm right now, but we'll see. But let's see my first impressions of Australia. Relax, chill, take you around. I'm actually kind of hungry. There's a crack in my window. And it was a cool experience getting to meet a lot of people who watch, because I know I'm not super famous.
This video I came across was one of the conversations you had intimately with your mum.
Oh, the back of my Vietnamese was trash,
yeah.
But I tried.
Right, right. And I felt that because I can understand what my parents say to me, but there'd always been that disconnect because I wasn't able to say it back.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really belong to Vietnamese culture, and I don't really know how to navigate that. And I was wondering if you've ever felt that sort of disconnect.
For me, the more I'm in Vietnam, the more I realize I'm not Vietnamese. I'm very Canadian.
Okay.
Yeah, I am so Canadian. As hard as I try to be Vietnamese, I still stand out as a Canadian. But the fact that my content touches people on a way that people triple the size don't have that amount of impact, I'm like, it means I'm doing something right. Oh, it's warm. Dude, one thing about Sydney, I can't get the weather. It's always like hot, cold, and then warm. And then warm again. It's like I really don't know what to wear. I'm used to like walking this way, but people walk this way and that way, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's actually kind of chilly warm. I'll head over there to do a little talk and give you all a little life update. But first I'm gonna get food. Hella hungry. But this bright sky, look at the sun. And then yesterday it was like, I'm just talking about the weather at this time, you know? There's this really good pork rice. Can I go through here? That a friend took me to. I'm like, wow, that's pretty good for 15 bucks. It's right here, this little spot. Awesome, thank you. Dude, awesome. Look at that, so good. Tried it the other day, freaking good, man. I'll give you all an update of how Vietnam's been, my life in Vietnam, what's next, what I'm gonna do. Am I going back? Am I leaving forever? Forever, ever? Forever, ever? But coming to Australia, my first impression is like, it feels like a more laid back Canada. And every Uber I've been in, they're like hella chatty, which is nice, you know? I miss small talk, because in Vietnam, you don't really get small talk out here, you know? I think I'm nearing Chinatown. Yes, I remember now. You come here once on a night, everything just looks completely different. But this is beautiful. Beautiful. Finally a nice day. Like one surprising thing about Australia is no Wi-Fi readily available, especially in coffee shops. I went to one the other day, and they're like, ask for the Wi-Fi, and they're like, sorry, you don't have Wi-Fi. Coming from Vietnam, Wi-Fi data everywhere. This is a market here. Shall we go in? Let's go through the market. There's also like a Bến Thành. There's like a equivalent of Bến Thành street market, but for like an Australian version. But this is Paddy's Market. You have craft beer, I guess. Little coffee shops here and there. Tourist attraction. One thing is, what I've realized, I'm like an Americano type of person, but they don't call them Americanos here. Hi there. I just get a long black, medium.
Medium long
Yeah.
black.
I get some.
Extra.
I get some water in there to make it less
Yeah,
hot.
cold, yeah.
Yes, thank you. And the difference between like a long black and a Americano is a double shot. A coffee. It's my long black with extra water. And I just gotta find a place to sit. I can sit right there. I see it already. Welcome to my mukbang. For the past year in Vietnam, I've been a teacher this whole time. And it was one of the ways that I could be in Vietnam and get a taste of the local experience, whether that's like get a local taste of what it's like to work with Vietnamese people, be around Vietnamese people, make Vietnamese salary. But I was really tired, on top of like getting sick and like you're like, oh my God, Peter, you didn't have a plan, you just went here and you didn't do anything. I was a teacher for the full year while I was making content. And that was like the big secret, that it felt like I was living a double life. Teaching in Vietnam, being an English teacher, being of Vietnamese descent, a couple things that was like a little interesting. How I got to see English teachers in a Southeast Asian country. I'm assuming it's similar vibes when it comes to like Thailand, maybe Korea. But being a full-on English teacher, you have to have a lesson plan. I taught kids. Some of the kids kind of knew who I was. It was cool. One time it was like, I had a student come up to me and he was like, Mr. Peter. He whipped out my IG, Broke the Habit. He's like, Mr. Peter, is this you? I'm like, being on that survival mode all the time, be like, I need to get a job. I need to build this YouTube thing. And it didn't work out. And I was like balancing one foot in, one foot out. I wasn't really doing what I wanted to do. I felt like I was in this like vicious cycle again. Of like not going all in and kind of like half-assing, putting one foot in on the door and one foot out. Well, as an English teacher, I make $470K an hour. That's roughly around 18 USD. And if I work like full time, you're looking at maybe 1,500 to $2,000 in Vietnam. I think that would give you a pretty decent life. But I felt like a lot of teachers were just there not really to teach, if you know what I'm saying. It's the typical like tay ba lô. Some of them are great, some of them will like actually teach and care about the kids, but some of them were just there to just go through like a midlife crisis, and they go travel and make money because back home they couldn't get a job. Or back home the wage is so low, being an English teacher in Vietnam is actually much more profitable in the long run. Currently now at a train station. I don't know if I can get out this way, but one of the biggest things that has changed from me being in Vietnam, can I go that way? I think it's better if I go back down, is I think my level of confidence and being able to really be by myself, eat alone, be alone. And I don't think Vietnam changed me, but me going to another country and like changing everything, that is what changed me. And like you guys can see my first video to how I was to now, where it's like all of it is just a lot of action, like moving to another place, where it's like you're so fed up with something that something needed to change. And people call me brave, but it's like when you're fed up with something so much, you're like, the only option is to be happy. And that's what I did. What's next? Will I be living in Australia forever? Nope. Just here for a week for an event, checking it out. I'll be back in Vietnam, traveling a little bit more, hopefully. And the journey continues of me trying to build something from ground zero. Me trying to inspire the world and be a content creator, you know? But me putting myself out there, sharpening my sword of who I am, and just constantly growing. That's it. That's the purpose of this channel, and I hope it inspires you. And every single person that I've met that inspired by me and watches my content, you the real one, you know what I'm saying? You the real one. That's all I gotta say. Content's coming, the train is starting. See y'all next one. See you in Vietnam. See y'all in Vietnam. What a journey this has been, guys, and thank you for watching. If you want to go to Vietnam, get my survival guide, link in the description below. Check that out. Any questions about Vietnam, moving there, visas, everything is in that guide below. Help me, help you.